But let's first bring you the big story that's breaking at the moment, the latest in Uttar Pradesh's war for thrones, where India today can now confirm that Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh has emerged as the front runner for the Chief Minister's post in UP. India Today is getting you the inside track on the race for the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. Remember, 16th or Thursday is the day when the BJP legislature party is to meet in Lucknow. Sources saying that the BJP believes that Mr. Rajnath Singh is best equipped for the task because he has previous administrative experience of managing the state, and at a critical time he will be able to take along all the groups and castes who have voted for the BJP. There is even talk of 2 deputy chief ministers being appointed to assist Rajnath Singh at the moment. Rahul Kawal has more on that at the moment.
Rajdeep, first and foremost, no final decision has been taken just as yet, but we've been speaking to some of the key leaders in the organizational hierarchy of the BJP, those who have a sense of what the top 2 are thinking, and what we've gathered is this. At this time, Rajnath Singh is the front runner to be the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. In fact, the conversation that happened between Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh saw the BJP president ask Rajnath Singh whether he'd like to go as the UP CM. In that conversation, from what I'm told by speaking to people on both sides, is that Rajnath Singh said, give me some time, I will think about it and I will get back to you. After this, several RSS leaders have spoken to Rajnath Singh and they've said that he should go. Rajnath Singh has suggested that if the party really wants him to go, that's something that he'd be open to. But I can also tell you that the Prime Minister himself has not so far taken a final decision. He hasn't leaned in one way or the other. He's supposed to call a meeting. So far he's looked at Manipur, he's looked at the situation in Goa. On the issue of Uttar Pradesh, a meeting with the Prime Minister hasn't happened so far, where the Prime Minister has indicated what's in his mind. The logic and the thinking in the BJP, Rajdeep, is this. If this had been a 220, 240 kind of mandate, then the BJP would have probably picked one of the non-Yadav OBC leaders with an intent of sending a message to the OBCs that they were being rewarded for having backed the BJP. But given the fact that this is a much bigger mandate, more than 300 seats, therefore the BJP thinks they need somebody who can take all the disparate castes together. There are 100 leaders who've come from outside the BJP, who are first-timers in the BJP, who've given tickets, many of whom have won. So you need to take these people along, and you need somebody with the political stature to be able to do so. So if you were to ask me, just at this time, at 9 p.m. this evening, I'd say Rajnath Singh is the leader in the pack, Keshav Prasad Maurya coming in at number 2, and Manoj Sinha coming in at number 3. The Prime Minister, though, the most important person in this whole equation, is yet to indicate what's in his mind.
Which means that in the next few days, we could also have a cabinet reshuffle. The defense minister has gone to Goa, and now Rajnath Singh could go to Lucknow. In fact, the former defense minister, Manohar Parrikar, after 3 days of political upheaval, finally took over the reins of Goa today for the 4th time. This even as a tight numbers game ensued, with the Congress claiming that the governor had acted on the centre's behest. However, the Supreme Court has made it clear that a floor test must take place as early as Thursday. The BJP, though, has the clear advantage, with 23 MLAs out of the 40 backing the party.
Tug of war over the Goa throne. 3 days of political turmoil, a new chief minister, but the number game in Goa is still on. The Congress may have won 17 seats, but it's the BJP that outsmarted the Congress to form the government. As Parrikar stepped in to resume charge of his home ground, the Congress cried foul, blaming the governor for ignoring its numbers.
The Congress is the single largest party who has secured the highest number of candidates, and as per the established practice, procedure and convention, she should invite us.
The man in charge of the grand old party did not want to go down without a fight. Moments before Parrikar took oath, Digvijay Singh paraded his 17 MLAs to the governor. But his capitulation over the past 3 days was for all to see. But Congress has nobody to blame but themselves, failing to take action when it mattered. Meanwhile, the BJP cashed in on these blunders.
I don't think there was any basis for the Congress party being invited, particularly because it neither had the majority nor has it made any claim before the governor itself.
Ahead of the crucial floor test scheduled for Thursday, the BJP has its corners covered. Bureau Report, India Today.
Interestingly, Rahul Gandhi today in Parliament or outside Parliament accused the BJP of capturing power in Manipur and Goa using money power.
Our fight with the BJP is an ideological fight. What the BJP has done in Manipur and it has done in Goa is basically the ideology of the BJP, and that is what we are fighting. As far as the Congress party is concerned, we do need to make structural and organizational changes. That's a fact. Wait, look, it's not a question of soon enough. It's a question of how much money the BJP has thrown to steal the mandate of Manipur and Goa. That's the question. It's not how soon you went, it's with how much money they went.
Rahul Gandhi making a serious allegation now that the BJP has used money power to win Goa and Manipur. Well, the man who managed the campaign for the BJP in Goa is Nitin Gadkari, Minister for Road Transport and Highways. He joined me a short while ago. Mr. Gadkari, appreciate your joining us. How do you respond to what is being said that you did Jod Tod Ki Rajniti, you staged a midnight coup?
After the results, I immediately start from Delhi and coming to Goa. And after that, I have discussion with my party colleagues, Manohar Parrikar ji, and after that we decide to meet with the other main party leaders, particularly the MGP and Goa Vikas Party, both have Goa Forward. Both have got 3 MLAs each, and we discussed with them. There was some condition from their side, and the first condition from their side was they only ready to accept the leadership of Manohar Parrikar, and other some developmental issues were there. I immediately at night something 3:50 to 4 o'clock I discussed this with our president Amit Shah ji. Amit Shah ji assured me that morning he will talk with Prime Minister and other parliamentary board member, and he will convey me. At 8:30 I received a call from our president, and he was clear that there is no problem to elect Manohar Parrikar as a leader when the other 2 parties are ready to support him.
No, you are making it sound very easy here, Mr. Gadkari, but is it not true that the smaller parties, the Goa Forward and the MGP in particular, have been induced, that you have given them some inducement, including ministerships, which you promised them? All 3 Goa Forward MLAs made ministers. Did you give them any inducement, any money offer?
No, not at all. First condition was leadership of Manohar Parrikar. After that we discussed about the sharing in the power, and that also discussed with the leaders. After that, because their first condition was, without Manohar Parrikar, we are not ready to support you.
Sir, the rumors in Goa are that there were crores of rupees being promised to the independents. Are you saying it's all lies?
It is totally baseless, and it is the Congress party which was difficult for them even to elect their legislative leader, because of there are a lot of dispute in the party, and they don't take any initiative to contact the leader of the concerning parties. We will take the initiative. We discuss the issue with the parties, and after that, with their conditions, we clear it from the central leadership. Then we take the decision.
You know, I come back to it. You're making it sound so easy, but you have got just 13 of the 40 seats in Goa. Your chief minister, Mr. Parsekar, was defeated. 6 sitting ministers were defeated. The mandate wasn't with you. You still chose to come to power. Why didn't you opt to sit in the opposition, Mr. Gadkari?
Sir, in a politics, we are here for to rule the state. We are not sadhu or sannyasis. It is a very clear-cut thing that we try our level best. We take the people with us, we prove the strength, we go to governor and give him the list of 21 MLAs. And actually not only giving list, the presence of 21 MLAs was there, and even on 2 more MLAs now they are supporting us. So now we are 23.
You know, Mr. Gadkari, the Congress is claiming that you have used Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed. Rahul Gandhi, as I played out earlier, said that money power has been used in Manipur and in Goa. Somewhere there are these question marks that are being raised in the manner in which you have done this in less than 48 hours, Mr. Gadkari, that this is not so simple in the way you are making it out to be today, sir.
Actually, they are not ready to accept their defeat. Actually, it is a political maturity shown by the BJP leadership. At the same time, the Congress leadership not taking any initiative, and it was difficult for them even to elect their legislative leader. They fail in the mission. We take the decision, we arrange the majority, we go to governor with the two parties and independents, we prove the majority. Now ऐसा वो है ना कि अंगूर तो खट्टे हैं क्योंकि खाने को नहीं मिले तो अब खट्टे कहना है, इस प्रकार की बातें. It is because of frustration and because of the defeat. Let the Congress party in a democracy with a sportsman spirit, they should accept their defeat. It is because of their incapable leadership which is not in position to take the advantage of it. If the BJP is shown and taking initiative and taking the advantage of the situation and taking the other party on the board and with the independents and going to prove the majority with the governor, what is the problem? Is it not in democracy? Is there anything is wrong against we are doing it?
Well, angur khatte hain is what you are saying, Mr. Gadkari. I wonder what angur though you gave those independents and smaller parties. Thank you very much for joining us. There, Nitin Gadkari, Manohar Parrikar will join me in a moment as well, because I want to raise several big questions, widen this debate, and these are some of the questions I'm going to raise tonight. Both in Manipur and in Goa, has the BJP sacrificed morality for power? Was the Goa mandate against the BJP? Did the Congress bungle its power bid? How can the Congress claim the high moral ground when in the past the Congress has engaged in similar practices? Did the BJP simply outfox the Congress in Goa and Manipur, as many people are saying, simply too fast for the Congress in those states? Did the Goa governor and Manipur governor play a partisan role? Why are small parties distancing themselves from the Congress? Why don't these parties want to go to the Congress anymore? And are small parties hostage to what I call Sam-Dam politics? Face off before we go straight to Mr. Parrikar. Randeep Singh Surjewala, Chief Spokesperson Congress, GVL Narasimha Rao, National Spokesperson BJP, Siddharth Luthra, Senior Advocate Supreme Court joining me. You must have heard what Mr. Gadkari said, Randeep Singh Surjewala, angur khatte hain. He says the Congress is a party of sour grapes. You lost out in these two states. You cannot now target the governor or the party with the numbers.
It is actually pehle chori, phir sina jori. You steal an mandate given by people to the Congress party, and then you claim that you have outfoxed the Congress party. The simple issue here is BJP had a government in Goa for last 5 years. Their sitting chief minister lost, was rejected by the people. As you have rightly pointed out, 6 ministers lost. They only got 13 seats in a house of 40. By what stretch of imagination or by what respect for democracy, as Modi ji calls in the new India, BJP is doing the politics of defections rather than elections now.
No, but they've got the numbers.
Because defections, be it Goa or Manipur,
no, sir, but they've got the numbers. Mr. Surjewala,
muscle power.
Mr. Surjewala, you are aware in politics, numbers count. You come from Haryana, the state where Ayaram, Gayaram culture started, and the Congress at that time was very much involved in it. So the question is, at the end of the day, the end matters, not the means. That's what the BJP is saying. The numbers are with them today.
Well, I think we belong to a country where right from Gautam Buddha to Mahatma Gandhi said that the journey is as important as the end. And if the end is founded upon complete immorality, trampling upon democracy, doing away with every single norm founded on which the constitution is founded, and is founded upon money and muscle power, I don't think so that end is relevant at all. The truth is BJP was rejected both in Goa and in Manipur. They lost government. Governor is bound to, even under Article 164 of the Constitution, if you read, Governor is bound to call the party that has the largest numbers to form the government and prove its majority. Time has to be given. And Mr. Jaitley, who was just professing on your channel that we didn't have the numbers, in 1999, Vajpayee ji had only 161 MPs. He formed the government, ruled for 13 years. Mr. Jaitley became a law minister.
No, but
Why did
that's
they do
because
so?
Mr.
Because
Vajpayee was
the
able to
largest
bring
party
letters of
has
support.
to be called and
Sir,
has to be given time to prove majority.
No, there is nothing in the constitution that says that the single largest party has to be invited, but I'll get that an answer from Siddharth Luthra, because the Narayanan model, former president, was that the party which has the letters of support and is able to show the governor or president that it can provide a stable government gets the chance. But that's your view. I want to bring in GVL Narasimha Rao. There's one point, Mr. Narasimha Rao, that is being raised by Mr. Surjewala, which is valid.
I just want to add one more line if you permit me.
No, 1 minute. I'll come back to you. Mr. Narasimha Rao, the simple fact is that it appears that the BJP, which claims to be a party with a difference, is not. For you, the ends matter, not the means. You have in both Manipur and particularly in Goa gone with independents, given them ministerships, given all the smaller parties in, ministerships. This is exactly inducement. What else is a ministership but inducements to independents?
No, Rajdeep, one can indulge in political rhetoric and one can talk some sense. Let's talk some sense here. A party that is synonymous with corruption, Congress party, a party that has murdered democracy in this country 100 times and then imposed emergency in this country, wants to give lessons in democracy. Let's look at the facts in this case. In Goa, the BJP has secured more votes than I'm talking about only political legitimacy. This does not give us the right to be in the government. But Congress claims the mandate is for them. There is no clear-cut mandate for the Congress, otherwise they would have been in government like they are in Punjab. They were unable to elect a leader in the legislature party of the Goa Congress legislature party, which should have taken them not more than half an hour or 10 minutes.
No, but that's
because
their choice.
They were going for the highest bidder.
No, Mr.
That is the Congress
Rao,
culture.
Mr.
They elect
Rao,
a legislature. That's the rumors I am hearing from Goa. I have been in Goa umpteen times during elections, and I am hearing this from the print media, from the press in Goa.
The rumor also in Goa is that money changed hands. The rumor in Goa is also money is changing hands. You have given smaller parties ministership. Each member of small parties today in Goa has been made a minister. Is that not an inducement?
Ministerships is not. No, Rajdeep.
Yes.
No, Rajdeep, let's look at the facts. MGP, first of all, we got 4% more votes than the Congress. So their claim is very hollow when they say we have political legitimacy. They don't. We certainly have the legitimacy to be in the government, but we didn't have the numbers. The numbers came from MGP, which was our alliance partner for 5 years.
Your chief minister lost, 6 ministers lost.
The only reason why they did not contest elections together with us
6
was...
ministers lost.
I think if that was the case, the Congress should not have formed the government in 2009. I think routinely in every election, ministers lose. There are occasions when chief ministers lose. You are in government only, number one, if you have a majority in the legislative assembly.
Right.
And we have demonstrated that strength by providing letters of support, and till today, till now, the Congress is not able to add one MLA to their strength. So what are they crying about if they don't have the credibility? If nobody wants to touch the Congress party with a barge pole, they cannot blame their isolation on the BJP.
Can I just bring in Siddharth Luthra to settle this one argument? Mr. Luthra, this argument has played out for the last 48 hours. If the party has the maximum number of MLAs, does it automatically get the right to be invited or at least spoken to first by the governor? Or is it all based on whether the governor is convinced that the party has the necessary letters of support to provide a stable government? Please clarify this once and for all.
If I may, Rajdeep, if there is a clear majority, that is, say, let's say in a house of 40, one party has 21 or 22, then that party ought to be invited. But the issue becomes a little different when there are less than 20, so there's not a simple majority. And in that case, the one with the maximum letters of support, that is the person who is more than 21, 22, 23, as the case may be, they can be invited. Now that's the understanding of the legal principle.
But in this case, the fact that the BJP was faster than the Congress and went ahead and provided the letters of support, does that mean that the governor is obliged to invite them first and not even ask the Congress, which is the single largest party, whether they can form a government?
I think what the governor has done is not legally incorrect, and today the Supreme Court has taken that view. The Supreme Court order is there for all of us to see, and I think that's really settled the debate for now till the motion of no confidence or motion of confidence is dealt with on the 16th. So today that matter stands settled, and it has the stamp of imprimatur, the stamp of approval of the Supreme Court, and therefore I don't think that's a debate really to be carried forward. What will be seen on 16th is the political aspect, and for that there are many eminent gentlemen who can speak, and I have no real specific knowledge.
Mr. Surjewala, then respond. You've heard what Siddharth Luthra says. The Supreme Court today has settled it. They have said the governor has not acted in a legally invalid manner. The BJP was faster than you. The real belief is the BJP in this instance was like a Ferrari and the Congress was like a bullock cart. The Congress was waiting for the governor or waiting for the smaller parties to come to you. They didn't. The BJP moved in and took those smaller parties away from you, independents away from you. They were just faster. They outfoxed you.
Well, I like the comparisons you make because obviously money bags will have a Ferrari, and India is actually still represented in many ways by the traditional farmers' bullock cart, but that's simply apart. May I just point out?
Yes.
The largest party having the largest numbers in a Vidhan Sabha has to be necessarily called and asked by the governor in accordance with constitution. I don't agree with Mr. Luthra on that. Whether or not you have the majority or whether or not you have the numbers, governor can't quote unquote daydream and decide that the party which has the largest majority does not have the requisite numbers. Also, letters of support, and Mr. Luthra would count me out on that, even as per established legal principles, are not enough. In case the party having majority has to be superseded, governor has to call each legislator individually, satisfy himself or herself, and within 24 hours ask the party saying that they have larger numbers to prove their majority in the House. But what did governor do here? Governor daydreamed, acted like a puppet of the central government, and decided that a party which has the largest number in the House does not have the majority.
Sir,
did
because
they
the other
approach
side
the Congress
came with
party?
letters of
No.
support.
Did the governor ask the Congress
other side
party?
got the letters of support.
I think even Supreme Court is not right today in not taking into account this important paradigm.
Okay, final word from you, GVL Narasimha Rao. The governor has acted like a puppet of your party. Very serious charge made by Randeep Surjewala against Mridula Sinha. She's a BJP member. He claims she has acted as a puppet.
I need to clarify one thing on the law.
No, you made the charge. I want a quick response. I want to then go to the Chief Minister.
For the Congress to make that allegation.
You have made the allegation. Quick response.
The Congress the Congress that had turned Raj Bhavans in the country into Congress party's regional offices for several decades, and which received strictures from Supreme Court repeatedly, I think makes this very
you claim to be a
clumsy
party
charges
with a
against the
difference.
BJP.
You claim to
The
promote
Supreme
and
Court
mature
had
democracy.
actually,
What
the
happened to
Supreme
that?
Court had we are different. We are different. I think we are different because only after the governor confirmed and verified the support claim by the BJP, she invited Mr. Parikar to be the Chief Minister.
Leave it there,
you have not been able to elect a leader and get even one MLA on your side today. You have not even Mr. Vijay Sardesai, MGP, they are all on record. Even today they were on television channels supporting us.
Okay.
I think you don't have the numbers and you simply want to gain some political mileage to cover up your loss of face in Uttar Pradesh.
Let me leave it there, sir. Mr. Rao, you made your point. I think, Siddharth Luthra, I have 30 seconds to give you. You wanted to make a quick clarification. Please keep it at 30 seconds, sir.
Yeah. Rajdeep, the governor's satisfaction was tested in court, and the governor's satisfaction should be tested in court.
Right.
Now, today we have an order of the Supreme Court. Politically, both gentlemen have their point of view, but we have to see it in the four corners of the law. And that's where I will end this.
Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. 16th is the floor test. We leave it there, but I want to go from that debate. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. I want to go to the man of the moment who has several questions to answer. The Defense Minister is now the Chief Minister of Goa for a fourth time. Manohar Parrikar, Thank you very much for joining us. I haven't seen you smiling as much as you were today during that swearing in. You seem to be very happy to leave Delhi and go to Goa, sir.
No, the smile today is because whatever we had claimed, we could show it to the people in the state and across India to be correct, because there were 22 MLAs supporting us, the 23rd giving outside support. They were all there and everything went smoothly as against various predictions that were being made.
I'll come later to why I think you are smiling, but sir, the manner in which your government has been formed, it seems, first of all, you have taken a very difficult task of balancing, and you have compromised deeply. You have given every small party and independent in Goa today a ministership. Isn't this completely compromising with any ethics, sir?
In Goa, this is not new. My first government was with only 10 BJP MLAs. In Goa, being a small place, it is very rare that you will be surprised to know that only on 2 occasions in Goa there is a clear majority to a political party. One was last time BJP when I was the chief minister, and once was Congress in 1999 when the majority collapsed within 6 months.
But you know, Mr. Parikar, you are aligning today, one of your allies is the Goa Forward. This party attacked you right through the campaign. They even called you a fixer, said the BJP is a party of narcasus, of dictators in Facebook posts. Today you have aligned and given them 3 ministerships.
I don't see any reason not to align on a common minimum program of basically betterment of Goa, improved development. This is basically a coalition government. It's not a government of BJP alone.
Sir, but isn't it you call it coalition? I would say it's a government of compromise. You have aligned with a party that has attacked you, that actually won seats on an anti-BJP, anti-Parikar plank.
Not at all, because ultimately you have to run a government, and it is they who requested me to become chief minister. They approached us with a condition that if Parikar is coming as a chief minister, then we are ready to support. So it's not like I have moved and sort of caught people and got them to form the government. It was request from the other side, because they know that in Congress there is so many small groups which fights with each other, that the Congress will virtually create a mess of the situation.
No. How do you respond, Mr. Parikar? And I asked this to Mr. Gadkari also earlier just now. To Rahul Gandhi today says that this government, both in Goa and Manipur, is being formed by the BJP through money power.
I have not asked his MLA. Who says? Single of my MLAs who are joined me and forming government with me belongs to Congress. They are independent parties. 3 are from MGP, 3 are from Goa Forward, and 3 are independent. So where is the question of bringing Congress MLA in?
No, he says that money was offered to all the independent MLAs and the smaller parties.
No, probably he has an experience of doing so, because when I was defense minister, all the scams which came out happened during their government.
No, Mr. Parikar, are you giving an assurance that no money has been given to any MLA, including the independents, all of whom today have been made ministers with Lal Batti cars?
See, there is no financial deal anywhere. You know, Rajdeep, very clearly about my reputation on this. As far as political common agenda issue is concerned, I agree that there will be certain areas where BJP might have to leave its agenda slightly away and work out a common minimum program. Nothing wrong in that.
But how do you respond to those who will say today, and the Congress in particular is saying, that this government is a betrayal of the mandate? The BJP got 13 seats, 4 less than the Congress. Your sitting chief minister and 6 ministers lost the election, and yet you are going ahead and forming a government in Goa today.
It was a fracture. It was mind you, it was a fractured mandate. I got 34.5% vote, whereas Congress got only 28% vote. Because of the smallness of the assembly constituencies, they were lucky to get 17 seats. Whereas I got only 13 seats.
Sir.
So which do you call as mandate? Percentage of vote as a mandate or number as a mandate? Now with the coalition, I have got 22 and 51% voting.
But tell me, sir, and I'm not questioning you on your integrity at the moment, but I just want to understand once again. You have gone ahead and formed a government with parties who say they are ideologically opposed to you. Is this a government really that can give good governance and a common minimum program, or is this a government that is greedy for power?
They went against they went against Congress also, anti-Congress also state. So in a political setup, when you fight with another political party, you definitely have to take a stand against the political party. But the same Vijay Sardesai, 3 days prior to the results, made it very clear that if I have to support someone, I will prefer Parrikar for preserving the Goan identity rather than Congress, who will sell off Goa. He made it clear 3 days prior.
But you know, he also made a lot of other things 3 days prior. As I said on Facebook post, he called you a fixer, the BJP a party of dictators. Tell me, given all this, is this government going to last full 5 years, or you'll have to do more jod tod ki rajniti?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You will last the full 5 years?
I don't have to be blackmailed. I don't get
No
blackmailed.
one will blackmail you?
I am very clear. While I am very accommodative in a genuine request and supporting my MLAs, my relations with my MLAs are exceedingly good. They are not based on mistrust. They are based on trust.
Let me ask you one final question, sir, and this is where I started off. Aren't you much happier today being Goa Chief Minister than being Defence Minister of India? That's the sense I get. Is Manohar Parrikar happier being in Goa than being in Delhi?
Asdeep, 3 दिन से मच्छी खा रहा हूँ.
Sorry?
So basically the place itself, मच्छी खा रहा हूँ. For last 3 days I am eating fish in the lunch and in the dinner. So obviously this place suits me in terms of environment. So thoda automatically you enjoy.
I'm going to leave it there. You're enjoying Goa much more than you do Delhi. What does that say? Ministers of Defence would rather be in Goa than be in Delhi. Thank you very much. Your message loud and clear. I hope though you will give good governance that Goa so desperately needs, Mr. Parrikar. We will watch over you and your government. Thank you very much for joining us. The spotlight also once again after the disastrous performance of the Congress in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, in particular in the botched attempt in Goa and Manipur on Rahul Gandhi. Questions being raised on Mr. Gandhi's leadership, but there are only whispers at the moment over whether Rahul Gandhi is up to the challenge or not. Listen in to some Congress leaders who spoke out today.
Who is responsible for this? I think it's everybody. I think it's the senior leaders in UP, it's the senior leaders nationally who looked after UP, and I would say everybody who is in charge.
Rahul Gandhi is going to sit and micromanage in other states. We have an hierarchy where we have our general secretaries, you have your secretaries, you have other assistants, you have local DCCs, PCCs, and everyone in this setup is supposed to work cohesively. Perhaps we've lost that cohesiveness.
Let me go straight across to Salman Khurshid, senior Congress leader, now joining me on that big Rahul question. So let me at the very outset ask you, would you admit, you're from Uttar Pradesh, that this election, you're in single figures, worse than 2012, has been a complete debacle for the Congress?
Well, I think it's very sad. I think it's tragic for us, it's very sad for us, but I think it's very sad for UP and the country as well. But that's the point of view that today hasn't been endorsed by the people of UP.
I want to use the word again. The word I used is debacle. Do you accept this as a debacle?
I said it's a setback. I think it's a tragedy. I don't use the word debacle because in politics there are no debacles. You just move from today to tomorrow, from tomorrow to day after.
Do you believe though, sir, and this is the big question, Rahul Gandhi, must he, as the person who claims Uttar Pradesh is his karma bhumi, but then loses elections after elections in his karma bhumi, take responsibility, accountability for this election debacle?
Well, I would think that that makes a person extremely courageous and brave to face up and say, yes, this is my karma bhumi, I'll continue trying. And I don't know what pleasure people get in saying, well, he can't succeed and he won't succeed. I don't think any one of us could have done any better. We still have and will continue to have faith in him. Perhaps we need to do more. Perhaps he will tell us how well we put together a better act in the future.
You know, but I have a very different way to put it, Mr. Khurshid. If a private limited company, and many believe the Congress is a private limited family company, keeps making quarterly losses, is there no one who is going to question the CEO or the chairman of the company as to why it's making losses?
Well, there are lots of questions asked, and you go ahead and ask those questions. But I don't think that I don't think it lies for people outside the company to persuade the shareholders that the shareholders must change their mind about the person who directs matters in that company. There are things that change for a company, which the company from within has to decide and take a call on, and we will do so. But why should we be pushed and provoked by somebody from the outside? Let me just say one thing. Let me just say a thing. That these shareholders are aware of one very clear thing, that BJP has been sweeping Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country. But what happened to the same BJP in Punjab? 2 seats.
Sir,
when they have a sweep across the country, they get 2 seats in Punjab. Isn't that miserable?
So I want to focus on Uttar Pradesh. I'm not going to allow you to change the goalposts. Is there a sense now though, sir? Unless you make drastic changes, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, the party is now facing lingering death in the Hindi heartland of this country.
No, I think this is a bit exaggerated. Of course, every time a party is unsuccessful in a campaign, they need to refurbish themselves, they need to redesign some of their strategies, and they need to relook at some of their tactics. But it doesn't mean that the party rejects all that it stands for. Now, if this is true about the Congress, that the Congress has lost that flavor of being able to win, what happened to the Samajwadi Party? What happened to the BSP? Everybody said BSP had a fantastic structure right there to the ground level. Then what happened to the BSP in these elections? So I think let's not oversimplify it.
No, I'm not oversimplifying it. I'm just stating the facts. The fact is you're in single digits in UP. The fact is nothing has changed in 5 years. You could have said the same thing to me 5 years ago after your debacle in 2012. I'll ask you again, is the Congress capable of taking tough decisions, or will it be a prisoner of a high command culture?
Let me just tell you one thing, Rajdeep. There are tough decisions that have been taken in the past, and tough decisions should be taken for the future. But I am afraid many people who say take tough decisions somehow seem to feel that they are not part of those tough decisions, that they will be spared from those tough decisions. So when the tough decisions happen, let them happen even-handedly on everybody. No problem. But this is an internal matter of the party. We will let you know when we've taken those decisions.
Tell me one big decision which you have taken, one big tough decision that the Congress party has taken in the last 5 years.
What do you mean? What do you mean by tough decisions? That you should just remove the entire infrastructure of the party and bring in people from the outside? We've taken tough decisions. We may have lost because of those tough decisions, but tough decisions don't always succeed. Why are you assuming that a tough decision will always succeed? A tough decision may mean that for a few years you have to pay a price for that tough decision, and then in the long run things come back and look better for you. But why should you equate a tough decision necessarily with success?
You know, let me also say this, with due regard, Rahul Gandhi versus Narendra Modi at the moment seems a bit like a no contest. Am I to understand then, as Omar Abdullah and others seem to suggest, 2019 a done deal for the BJP if Rahul continues to helm the Congress?
I don't think so. I think you've always got these things wrong. If you make such assertions, you get them wrong. 2 years is a long time. 1 week is a long time in politics. Here is somebody who's saying Mr. Rahul Gandhi will come back fighting. Just wait, give us the time, give us the chance, and you will see it happen.
Let me then ask you, if Rahul Gandhi is going to come out fighting, Should Mr. Rahul Gandhi at least take over now as Congress president, given the fact that Sonia Gandhi seems to have virtually retired? That decision has been also pending now for several years, whether he wants to be president or not.
I think it's inevitable. Everybody wants him to, and I'm sure that he will. And therefore, I add my voice and I say, yes, he should take over as president.
Very interesting that at a time when he has taken your, when your party suffered a big defeat, you're now saying Rahul Gandhi should become Congress president. Do you think that will change anything at all?
I've said so clearly. I just said so a minute ago. I said that he should take over as president, and I think that he will give us good presidency. But please remember that Mrs. Sonia Gandhi isn't just going to wither away. She's there. She will continue to give the right direction to our party. We consider her to be a cherished and a valuable asset of our party, and she will remain in the right place at the right time, showing us the path.
Let me ask you, sir, the patient seems to be in ICU, the patient called the Indian National Congress. But you in this interview seem to be suggesting as if there is only a temporary blip, there is no real crisis.
I didn't say that we don't see the crisis. We see the crisis, but we don't panic. We see the crisis, but we don't take instructions from quacks. We are doctors. If we are doctors, we will treat the patient. We have faith and confidence that the patient will come back.
What can I say, Salman Khurshid? So you believe that the patient will recover from ICU where it is at the moment. We'll wait and see if the Congress can recover from the debacle it's faced in the Hindi heartland. Interesting how you pointed out Punjab to me to suggest that the BJP also should introspect. Salman Khurshid, we'll wait and see what Rahul Gandhi does next. But thank you very much for joining me here on the news today. I've run completely out of time, but I want to leave you with an image because the elections are done. What we've seen in the last 48 hours, particularly in the small states of Goa and Manipur, may well be best described by a song, an old song where both the Congress and BJP may claim the moral high ground. But the fact is, as the BJP steals a march over the Congress in these states, that ye public hai, ye sab janti hai.